See, Mr. Bowers. Bowers First, coming to you with a nice little short video. You know, it seems like every time I try to post something on Facebook or share a video, I always get disconnected. It's like, I don't know how that could be such a coincidence. You know, when I try to share information or post, Facebook always ends up busy. And I have to try again. So I just decided I was going to do a little short video. Now, I'm like constantly disturbed by Facebook. You got a lot of people, you got a lot of judges out here, man. You know, you would swear they went to school for like 10 years or something in college to become judges, especially the repeated offenders. Now, there's a lot of things I'm going to talk about today, but I think that one, we need to get on code. You know, it's Black History Month, the end of it. It's time that we all start getting on code. Now, the recent shooting in Asbury Park, you know, it's a shame what happened, and I have a lot of compassion for the family. You know, like the double murder when my man Self-Master, Chazelle Collins was killed, and King was killed. You know, they still don't have any suspects. And now for when a young man was killed last week, on that Friday, I seen cops all the way to Route 35 to where the shooting happened, you know? And that was pretty far because it happened on Ridge and Washington, basically Neptune Asbury borderline. I seen the police all the way to Route 35. Now, when Self and King got killed, they had a perimeter of 1 block. Just to think about that for a hot second. You know, so it's like, damn, wouldn't you want to look for more evidence or see exactly, you know, was something thrown throughout the whole neighborhood type, you know? But I just wanted to say that people are making comments about these young kids, and we have to remember that a lot of times these children out here are being raised by the streets. You know, it could be a single mom at home. She could be working, you know, and the father could be dead or in jail. And what do you think these kids are doing? Who's raising the children? Social media? The radio? You know what I'm saying? Then you get the streets, because we under the illusion that the streets actually love us. Some people really think that. For a long period of time, I actually thought that the streets gave a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Until I didn't have no food, living out of car. Then that reality kick in, but we have to get on code as far as pushing the same narrative that they constantly give to us. When someone does a mass shooting or, you know, some type of serial killing, it's always mental health, right? Oh, they need to get help. Our youth need the same help. You know, we got to stop being so angry when these kids do stuff, especially the men who's not out in the community, who won't even talk to the children because they're scared. You know what I'm saying? But like, damn, why don't you want to go to the local spot where all the kids be at the Nah, man, they crazy, they out of control. It's because you're scared. You know, then we pass judgment when they do shit. Like, for a lot of us, we have somebody to help us and talk to us. And a lot of these motherfuckers, these judges, they didn't learn shit till they went to jail like the second time, not even the first time. You know what I'm saying? So we can't really pass judgment on the children, man, because the streets are raising them. The streets are raising them. And we live in a different time. It's not the same where you're fighting with your hands and da-da-da. Or people use knives, people use weapons, bats. It ain't the same. It's a whole different time, man. It's a social media era that we live in. So you think that you're just going to punch somebody in the face? Either they're going to shoot you or they're going to the police. It's not the same, so you can't really compare the times. Everything is different. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad. It's sad. We can't get people to come together. I did a show Saturday. I had a lot of people that promised me they were going to come out, but we always busy. You know what I'm saying? So I just know I can't let that keep me from doing what I want to do. You know, I just know that I'm not going to get that support. So I just have to move forward. But we still have to talk to the youth, man. We have to go out there and speak to them because all they know is the streets. This dumbass music is dumbing us down. You know, they glorifying gang members. So what do you think that they're going to do? Who do you think that they're going to act like? You know what I'm saying? Their role models are gang members. So of course we might not understand. Like, damn, I don't understand why they're going around shooting up shit, and because that's their mentality. That's just the mentality of the streets. You know what I'm saying? So we can't really pass judgment, but we do have to come together and agree that it's a mental health issue. That's basically what I'm trying to say, because when it comes to them, they're pushing that mental health narrative. You know what I'm saying? We're going to jail for selling drugs, and now they're giving them all types of treatment. You know, you got people out here that's struggling, looking for housing or needing housing. They can't get it, but you got somebody that's on a heroin could get put up in a hotel for months. You know what I'm saying? Some people just need extra help. They're not willing to give it to us, but they will give a drug addict who's struggling, you know what I mean? They would give them like some room and board and shit like that. And people, everybody needs it. You know, it's the same. Everybody struggles differently. But as far as these children, we have to push the narrative of mental health. They don't need to do 20 years in jail, but they do need to realize that the streets are not their fathers. And these streets will never love them. That's my message for the day. Peace and love. I know I've been going for a while, but I hope your day's going well, and I'll be back shortly. Peace.